This was just a seed of an idea a few months ago. And now we made it happen, 250 people.
Go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where I'm bound. Why don't you come and go?
So I'm here because the Federal Reserve coordinated a conversation about philanthropy and sort of their role in this field. And I really was moved by that conversation. Being in that room, started to realize that there's many more pieces to this, and we need to do a better job of making sure that there's more collaboration across philanthropy, government, the private sector, CBOs, everyone.
Maybe one of the first opportunities for groups in Maine, all the way down to Connecticut, to actually sit down and talk. I think that's, to me, is an amazing opportunity that I couldn't pass up. And Community First kind of laid out the framework and gave us an opportunity to fill in some of the pieces.
Just a little bit about the Bar Foundation and the climate program. We have a deep commitment to racial equity, and we really want to have the voices of the communities most impacted by climate injustices and environmental injustice to be at the forefront.
So I'll talk a little bit about who NAU4J is, but really it is broader than many of us in this room. We do a lot of statewide work. Our work is intersectional in many ways around a variety of issues. We'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. I also want to just give a major shout out to BAR, because we are one of the community partners that BAR spoke about in their expansion and vision on how they support community. So very excited about that.
Most of you probably know the Federal Reserve for setting interest rates. Our mandate is price stability and full employment. But the mission at the Boston Fed in particular is creating a vibrant, thriving, inclusive economy. And what that means for me, the work that we've done at the Boston Fed over the past 10 years has focused on supporting over 33 smaller places and rural communities across New England as part of the Working Cities or the Working Communities Challenge.
But the Grassroots Fund is a regional organization. We work in all 6 New England states. We provide funding to hyper-local, neighborhood-level, community-based organizations, oftentimes unincorporated, who are often not at the table. And I'm here because I just hear those themes over and over, that people see that these processes exist with federal resources as well, that there's a tremendous amount of federal resources coming, and that we want to do things differently. And I want to be part of that conversation.
Funders have a very particular role. Our role is to first and foremost ask the question, how can we be better partners?
Right now, as Mimi talked about it, is we are a moment of understanding that in order for this work to take root, implementation to happen, we need to elevate the voices and the power of the people on the ground in order to make that happen.
Thriving Communities Regional Convening came together last month and said that we had to do it sooner than later because of the $50 million that was flowing into this region. One of the things that we had a conversation about is the fast, slow nature of this moment, meaning that there is a rapid push for us to try to figure out how we're gonna maybe respond to an application, a grant resource that's flowing through, but then the slow process of being able for it to actually reach real people in space.
This is such a complicated world, and so many different programs and different funding streams that we want to be like one of the places that is helping point people in the direction of where it could make a difference to show up and share your opinion, or which grant programs a local organization might really want to be paying attention to. So we're here to learn and to think about how it informs our strategy going forward.
Sessions like this allows community groups, local governments, in partnership with state DOTs, governors, as well as philanthropy to think about how can we truly take these resources and make huge impact.
It's a beautiful mural and all, but when you are in that building for court,
It is not that beautiful because when it's consistent and like you gotta be there every 2 weeks to like do whatever, you gotta look at the moose, you gotta see the colors. At first it was like, wow, at least I get to look at this. And then after it's like, dang, I have to look at this.
Brett Smiley, the mayor of Providence, is interested in hearing the point of view of an artist running an agency in his cabinet to say it's important to pay artists on time.
So this notion of statewide, region-wide has impacted our work. Because now we're doing statewide gathering on civil rights. We're doing statewide gathering, region-wide gathering on integration and design of different systems that impact communities. That is not an original idea. That is a derivative of what we saw. We had a vision, we made it real, and people came out. And when people staggered out, like, what the? That let us organize our philanthropy partners. That let our philanthropy partners organize their philanthropy partners. They said, this is real. We don't know what it is. We don't know how this is gonna happen, but everything about that process, as soon as you walked in, so you sit down, you looked up, the programming was serious from head to toe. It was a statement of vision, of faith. And you just stood and just go, I don't know who did what, how did what, but I'm here and our people will benefit, our community will benefit. And that's something to me that should never be underestimated, right? So that's the power of this work. And whatever the investment was, I believe we hit it with a multiplier effect for the next 2 years or years after that, that right now I could draw on that. The ownership of leadership is to go where you may not be as comfortable, to share that we can actually build community. Like Southern and Northern New England is a false divide. Here's my idea. This is what we're gonna do, because we did it already. So you go back to the team that could execute, not because they daddy raw bucks, it's because they are brave enough to see a different reality. And that's where we are right now. We are fighting a reality test right now, and our reality is proven. We already won this. So that's the reason why I have this faith and this energy in our team, in our community, in our Lord, that this is done. Like, for us to get to this point, it's amazing.